The first deal I made, I was able to bring in $30,000 in 2 weeks. From it. And as a result of that, if you invest and hold the property correctly and bring the income in, some people choose to rent their entire lifetime, and that's okay. But the reality of it is somebody has to provide the property. Someone has to provide places of dwelling throughout a community. Why not me? Well, people like lifestyle. Whether it's vacationing, whether it's owning a certain type of vehicle, or it's owning and living in a certain neighborhood, or if it's eating at the most exquisite restaurants, whatever their fancy is, it takes money to do it. That's the bottom line. So you can say I want to stay at a Four Seasons or a 5-star hotel. You can stay at a 5-star hotel, but it's going to take money. So the question that you have to ask is not only how do I make money, but then the next layer of questioning that you need to be asking is how will I get this money to earn me money? Because the ultimate objective in real estate is getting your money to make money. If you can live off the money that your money makes, that's when you're moving in the right direction. You're looking at a need that is always going to be forever growing. For example, the rental population in the city of Dallas has increased over the last 18 years, and you've seen rent rates go all the way from as low as $700 to now $1,800 or higher in certain areas. That rent income is what you're going to be generating from it, and as a result of that, if you invest and hold the property correctly and bring the income in, you will constantly earn off that property. I began as a realtor in 2002 in the state of California. And I started in the mortgage side, started helping people get financing for property and investments. And ultimately, I moved toward the real estate side after the debacle in 2002, 2008, 2009. So moving over to the real estate side, I started looking closer at how I could anchor not only my life, my future, but the lives and the futures of other people. And what I learned is that owning real estate is the one surefire way to secure my future. Will it lose value sometimes? Absolutely, everything will. But ultimately, you never lose when you buy real estate. As a matter of fact, I say don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. I've heard many excuses as to why not. As a matter of fact, there are more why not excuses than there are whys. Why not? I don't have the credit. I don't have the cash. I don't have the expertise. I don't have I'm not in the right area. Well, the fact of the matter is, number one, Dallas is the hottest real estate market in the country right now. That's number one. Number two, you can buy a house and buy a property with zero credit. You can buy a property with zero money down. And you leverage that because the house allows you to buy the house. Now, I know that's a very bizarre thing to say, but ultimately, if you buy the property correctly, you can own it freely and you can also profit on it on the back end. But you have to buy right, and that's where my expertise comes in. I think there are a lot of people that have a desire to become investors. There are a lot of people who have the desire to improve their lifestyle, and they just don't have the idea as to how to go about it, especially when it comes to real estate. So what I do is I find that individual. I think I was hearing it said once before that, these guys, they come to town and they say, come and hear our 3-hour presentation on how you can get rich flipping real estate. So people clamor into the room, only to find out that now they have a 3-day program that's $1,100. But I'm gonna cut it down to $997, and if you do it today, we'll make it $197. That's a $900 savings if you sign up today. Then when you go to the 3-day event, they're there pitching the $20,000, $30,000 training program. But the bottom line is, it's just not sustainable. I mean, you want the information, it's just that you got to cut through a lot of red tape to get there. So what I do is I take that individual or others, and I sit down and I explain the process to them in greater detail. I do joint ventures as well with young investors that are looking to buy. I will help them buy. I do get involved with some transactions. But generally, overall, I educate people on how to buy property and how to use total leverage and how to do so with, in some cases, zero credit. I had a guy come to me and say, man, I have a low 500 FICO. How can I do anything? And I showed him how to buy a property, and he ended up buying a home without any credit. He said, I didn't have any cash. Well, guess what? We used the equity in the house to buy the house. And we set it up so that the seller would receive money on the back end when the property sold. So they actually sold it to him and sold him the property without checking his credit, without him putting any money in escrow, and he closed on the deal. Well, guess what? He's a believer now. And he's also one of my clients. I'm Jimmy D. Williams, and I want to be a part of your financial future to help you live the dream that you choose to live.